Thank you, Sarah, for meeting with me today. Really excited about getting to come into your classroom. We're doing this observation as part of your coaching plan for last time. Any concerns? How are you feeling about this?
After working on some of the new tools that I had found from those articles and going in for observation, I'm really feeling a lot better, and I've had the ability to go in and practice some of those in my classroom. So I'm feeling much more comfortable with it. It comes much more naturally. And
great. I'm getting a lot less anxiety from you
yes.
from the last time that we were taught. You're feeling a lot more comfortable.
Absolutely.
With that. Wonderful. Really looking forward to coming in and hearing and seeing you teach. Go ahead and share with me your learning outcomes, and let's talk about that.
Absolutely. The learning outcomes that I'm looking for, we are going to be doing a jump rope introduction lesson.
For which grade?
For second grade.
Second grade, okay.
And this will be the first time that they will have had it this year. And so I'm looking for the students to be able to find a right fit jump rope for them.
Okay.
And so we'll be going through the process on how to find that right fit for each of the students. And then they'll be able to find it themselves, and if they need to adjust a jump rope anytime that they would be using it in the future and things like that. And also I want them to be able to, the student will be able to jump over a stationary rope in 3 different ways. Throughout the lesson we will be working on different ways to jump over a rope, but also giving them that extra practice of doing it with a stationary rope will help that those motor skills as well.
Now, tell me, I know you're a physical education teacher, and I'm a music teacher. What do you mean by a right fit jump rope?
A right fit jump rope is when you get a jump rope, it could be any length.
Okay.
So if you just pull it right off the rack, we have different lengths that we kind of talk about. If you're a younger student, you're more than likely going to use a 6-foot jump rope, and then moving up into older grades will be a longer jump rope. What I'm looking for and what the kids need to be the best fit for them is when they stand on the jump rope, they're going to stand in the middle with both feet. They're going to pull it up by their armpits, and they want the length to be from their armpits up in between their armpits or up to the top of their shoulder.
Okay.
So it gives them a little bit of range, but yet if they're holding it way up here, it's not going to be it's going to be harder for them to jump. It's going to turn slower, but also it's going to be easier for them to get caught up. So the perfect fit, or the right fit, is going to be between their armpits and their shoulders.
Okay, so they're going to choose a right fit rope, and then you want them to lay that rope on the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
So they're going to hold it as they're moving to their own personal space, which we have also practiced, knowing that they're not going to be hitting anyone if they put their arms out, and they're using their helicopter to make sure that they have enough space between themselves. And then they're going to set it out, and then I'm going to have them initially practice just any jumping, any way that they can get over the rope. So it's more than likely not going to be all of the tricks that we're going to be learning that day.
It really sounds like you've really thought about the process of what they need to be successful and breaking down the sequence. It's great. Okay, let's talk about your teaching behavior focus. You've got the kids doing some great things. From your last coaching plan, there were some things you wanted to work on. So tell me about your teaching behavior focus you've chosen.
Absolutely. I really found myself struggling with trying to get the student that is off task and just redirecting them. And so that was when we had talked last about, I just want some techniques, some ways that are easy, that, kind of one of those out of the pocket sort of thing that, hey, this has worked for other teachers. I can go in and and see what it looks like, and also, through articles and things like that.
So from your coaching plan, you were looking through some of the materials and links that I found you, and you were going to do an observation. How did that observation turn out?
It went really well. The great thing is the student that I actually had during elective was in there, and so
oh, great.
Yeah, it was a fantastic way to see some techniques to work with that student that does need some extra redirecting, so that was great.
Okay, so your teaching behavior focus, the teacher will redirect off-task or unfocused student behavior 90% of the given opportunity during the observation period. I like the fact that you're not going for like 75 or 85. You want to catch as much as you can. You were going to bring some information from your coaching plan. We had discussed that you were going to bring back some ideas that you wanted to practice and that you've been practicing on. So to create the observational tool that we really want to gather the data, I need those ideas. So how about sharing those with me?
Absolutely. Just reminding, so redirecting would be maybe reminding the student of the task that I'm looking for them to be doing. Another one would be to repeat a direction, or have them repeat that direction back to me. Nonverbals, I've been practicing a lot with the nonverbals, just showing them the quiet lips, going to point over to our STAR behavior chart, because our students, we really, not only the classroom teachers, but I know as specialists and things like that, we really focus on our STAR behavior in this school, and that they understand what each of the letters mean.
Exactly.
And then showing hands to self, just putting them down by our side or pointing to my ear, so that they're just listening and just get that refocus back.
Okay.
Also, I've been really trying to work on saying when before what.
Okay, give me an example of that.
When I say go, I want you to go and get something.
Okay, so sequence, making sure your directions are sequenced. Okay.
Absolutely. Or when this happens, you will, just giving someone a chance. Like if I'm trying to redirect maybe a student, I could say, when this happens, you will be able to go and play with it, things like that. And then also just the quiet counting, or even just a counting down. I know that some students it works really well with, and just having the rapport with my students really helps with that as well.
Okay, I'm going to be looking for, besides the data tool that we're going to create, I'm going to be looking for, did you meet your learning outcome? How you manage, which your teaching behavior focus is directed towards management, and did you meet the goals of your teaching focus? So we will build an observational instrument that answers those questions and gathers the data that you need, okay? As far as logistics and things like that, with the gym being a large area, where do you see me coming in and standing, sitting, moving around? Would you like me in one place? Let's talk a little bit about that. What do you think is best?
Absolutely. I guess when they first come in, my students come and they sit in their wizard squads, so they know where their particular spot is.
Oh yeah, the area of the gym that you designed just to pull everybody together for
absolutely,
focus. Okay.
Absolutely. And then when we move into our for our warm up, so they're going to be in their squads. I'm going to explain that.
Okay.
And then they're going to be spread out because they're going to have their own personal space. They do have, between 23, 27 students. So it will be, maybe the best way is maybe to kind of go around the outside, maybe just kind of view it from the different areas in which, because I'm going to be around the outside assisting students with things like that. And then also when they're doing, when we're doing our lesson focus with the positions and learning how to get that jump rope started, and also the bouncing skills, bouncing and also skills. So definitely kind of moving around is probably going to be the best bet because it is such a large area.
Okay. Are there any special circumstances, any particular kids? Do you have any kids with any needs that I need to be aware of so that I know, how are you differentiating for them?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do have a few students that are on behavioral contracts, and so the way that I work with them is sometimes they will bring their contract in.
Great, and that's good to know, because on the observational instrument, I'll need to see, because if you're working with a child that's already on a contract, and you might handle it that way, so that's good to know, because that can be.
And we refer to that as well. I have a student that I'd like you to go and read. I'd like you to go and read your rules again, and come back when you are ready.
Okay, so we'll add that to the instrument too.
That would be great.
As a checklist. Okay. All right. I think things are really gonna go well. It sounds like you're very prepared. Is there anything else that you feel we need to discuss and go through?
I think we've pretty much covered as far as, going through the lesson, as, going through what you're gonna be looking for and what's expected from myself and of my students, so I feel pretty comfortable with it. Thank you.
Great, all right. We will see you next week.
Sounds great, thank you.